So it looks like AH is getting banned by GoFundMe, so she's not going to be able to get those millions of dollars from patrons out there if she could have managed it at all. That's right. GoFundMe, they've basically said this stuff, it's not applicable. It's not going to fly. The media, they're trying to say, well, it's getting shut down because it's scamming. I don't think that. I actually think it's getting shut down because this stuff, it's a terms of service violation. That's because of what she did to JD. That stuff, it is beyond illegal. You can't fundraise because of decisions against that. You and I are going to talk about that today. Oh man, fun times, huh? Fun times indeed. So hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. GoFundMe is banning campaigns that are calling for justice for AH. They're trying to raise millions of dollars. Now, the fascinating thing is when this first came up, the media, they were actually hyping this. It was only after it was shut down that the media, they stepped in. They said, yeah, you know why this is getting shut down? It's because people that aren't part of AH's team, they're the ones fundraising this. And I find the idea that it's because it's not her to be rather flimsy, considering you can look up GoFundMe anytime. You can search her name and you'll find all types of fundraisers that are associated with her, that are in her honor. I mean, this stuff, it's crazy too. Here, for example, you have somebody that's obviously not her, obviously not connected to her campaign in any way, but they're organizing a fundraiser that they say is going to benefit the NCADV. Now this, it talks about the court case a lot. It says, that was a travesty. Look at all those mean JD supporters. But again, this isn't held by her. It's held in her name. Now, what makes that prior example even more interesting, too, is that the person that was listed putting that together, there was actually a fundraiser on their behalf using AH's name where they tried to make $10,000. So they tried to put together 10 grand. They tried to get to the courthouse in Virginia. This, it failed utterly. So they put together another one. They put it together in AH's name. They say that thing's going to go to charity. Yeah, I mean, when you look at those two together and you think scam and you think, well, should be banned because of the potential for scamming, you would think that this, it would fall too if that was the reason alone that those things were being removed. See, me, I think that AH is banned from raising funds this way with GoFundMe. Doesn't matter who sets it up. It could be her team, her, doesn't really matter. Why? Because this is a violation of terms of service. We've seen other litigation kicked the same way by GoFundMe. And if you look here, well, you read this along with me and you tell me what you think. Quote, without limiting the foregoing, you agree and represent, warrant and covenant, A, not to use the service to raise funds or establish or contribute to any fundraiser with the implicit or explicit purpose of promoting or involving. Now, we'll come back to one other one that I think could be it, but when we get to number 9, this, it actually deals with legal defense. Quote, the legal defense of alleged crimes associated with hate, violence, harassment, bullying, discrimination, terrorism, or intolerance of any kind relating to race, ethnicity, national origin, religious affiliation, sexual orientation, sex, gender identity, gender expression, serious disabilities or disease, financial crimes, or crimes of deception. So when you look at that, you can see quite a few terms of service violations that would come up with AH. There's also a few other ones here too that talk about paying off debts. If you want to pay them off to a third party, that's not right either. And there's also, I guess you could probably argue number 3 as well. User content or fundraisers that are fraudulent, misleading, inaccurate, dishonest, or impossible. But again, I think it would all boil down to number 9. I think that she is banned here. I think that they're telling us that, but the mainstream, they want to run interference and they want to say, no, she could do this if she wants. That wouldn't be a problem. It's just a problem because of the method that it's coming up. It's all because of scams. See, here's the thing. Some of the mainstream media may actually give backpats to that kind of idea, saying, yeah, we actually want her to raise money that way. But the average person, they're not going to be down with that at all. And that's going to cause GoFundMe problems. I mean, if you look at this post right here, for example, it's talking about the shutdown of that. It's saying, breaking report, GoFundMe shuts down $1 million page, claiming to raise cash for AH to pay off JD the $10.35 million she owes him. And then it makes a statement, I think, that resonates with pretty much anyone out there that watched the trial. Quote, after watching the entire trial, who in their right mind would raise a penny for this person? And that's right there. You know, after watching this trial, who exactly would do that? Who exactly would want to raise money for this person? And the answer is, well, people maybe in that camp, people that hate men, people that back that kind of nastiness and vitriol that we saw. But again, the average person is not going to back that. The average person, they're going to be very, very loud about it, in fact, and that's going to cause GoFundMe tremendous problems. See, here's the reality that everyone recognizes, and that includes GoFundMe. JD, he didn't just win in the courtroom, he won in the court of public opinion, where everyone, they agreed with the decision. He was given $10 million in compensatory damages, $5 million in punitive damages. That means that she did this and she needed to be punished for it. And every statement that he challenged there, all of those were upheld because they were all about him. She went out, she defamed him, she tried to ruin him. People there in the courtroom, they were saying that she put all of this together and it was a hoax. And that's the same thing that people are saying in public. That's why she's banned, because GoFundMe knows if they turned against the public here, they tried to go against their will, they would have real problems. People, they wouldn't just shout them down, they would end up closing them down. And that is a fact. But anyway, let me know what you think about this stuff. And as always, appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff work. Thank you. Want to help out the channel, by the way. Links in the description. We could always use your help too. But you being here, that is the biggest help of all. So thank you. I appreciate you. Going to end here. Thank you again. See you soon.